many files.
All right, we are back with Hunters of Ulvurn after a whole week. We're back, seemingly regular schedule almost. Um, so last time we left off, we had kind of I should say finished the first arc of the uh Tholnir investigation. Or Tholnir.
Yep. The kidnapping arc.
Yep.
Now we're back to the ice level, the ice level of the anime. One of my favorite part of the anime because I like snow.
Yeah. You've been here quite a while.
Yep.
What you did find was a whole bunch of what you can guess were a whole would know that there are a whole bunch of Bjornslek, a race of bearfolk like people. It belongs to the continent of Frozaheimer. Yep, which means frozen land. You spoke with him. You found out his name, or he at least told you his name was Shar. That he was a part of the warriors of his clan. There was a whole bunch of explanation and confusion as far as the cultures of your land as compared to his. These strange people that have music and free time. Very obscure things that I don't know why you think exist, but they do. You got him set up with the guild to hopefully get some sort of enchantment of tongues, as to not really anybody speaks his language here. It's some sort of kind of mixture between giant and dwarven in some aspects.
It's a weird dialect. Why not?
Yes. And today we are going to be doing a shopping episode where we're going to try to find the right metal for our big boy Shar.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Part of me just want to throw the money at him and be like, "You're on your own, buddy."
Do you want to just ditch him? You can do that.
Because we need him to have his armor before we can take him back home correctly. So that should take about 15 minutes.
Making the armor? No.
No, I'm talking about finding the metal for armor.
Oh, finding the metal? Well, we'll see.
Okay. What check do you want me to throw at you, Pondo?
Well, what kind of metals are you looking for?
What kind of metal does he describe? Does he have any weapons?
Does he have weapons?
Yeah. He has scraps of his armor, right?
Nothing metal.
It's just their stuff.
Huh?
You said you had there was scraps of different stuff. Like we had all their stuff still. Like there's one piece of metal scrap in there somewhere.
There's some bits of chainmail.
Okay, then I would take that bits of chainmail and try to bring it to a blacksmith. Be like, hey, you got anything close to this?
So the way the metal and chainmail isn't exactly what you would call a homogeneous look. It is a somewhat bronze goldish body with some stripes of a copperish brown swirls that's within the metal. It does not look like it's like iron or iron, steel. It just looks like some things.
Something dark side.
Yes.
Something.
And when you take the metal to a blacksmith, he kind of just looks at it and wonders what it could be, because it seems more of like a decorative piece than something practical. The guy looks at you and goes, I'm not sure what this could be. I assume some sort of fancy mixture of copper and bronze. A little bit of gold. Seems very impractical for armor.
Well, this is what we found on his fallen companions. I'll let you know about bear folks.
I know I've heard of like the Bjornslag. I don't know anything about them. They are bear people. That's about as much as I know. From the continent up north. You may have better luck speaking with some of the dwarves over to the east a bit. As far as metal, this seems much beyond me, because even though this looks like to be a mixture of copper and bronze, I can just by a touch of my finger, it feels much more akin to iron or maybe steel as far as durability and strength.
Okay, that's fine. I guess we will let the. I'm trying to think. It's like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Thanks for the advice. I had him a silver piece.
Alternatively, you could talk to some of the dock workers to see if they talked to or seen the stuff that the people who go up there somewhat or almost regularly to Frozenheimer. They're the ones trying to make the foothold and see if what they can bring back from there to here. Sorry, I'm not much of a help to you.
Well, it is what it is.
Okay. Um, pretty much after leaving the blacksmith area of the guild, you do meet back up with Shar, who is now wearing a iron sort of necklace with just a plain pendant on it. It does seem to have some sort of magic enchantment glowing about it. It just speaks like, did you hear anything about the metal? I haven't quite looked at what they had.
Unfortunately, they do not recognize the metal as I show them the scrap that I have from his companion. And they suggest that we check out the dwarves.
Oh, the metal of my people?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be very difficult as that metal comes from the sky.
Say what?
Comes from the sky?
One more time.
Comes from the sky.
Gold star metal.
I look at him and I look at this. Look at the piece of metal. Okay. It comes from the sky.
It is known to fall very rarely. Deposits of that metal are highly protected. We have iron and steel like you all, but as far as armor, we prefer that. It's much lighter and more dense than steel.
I was going to say something, but then I remembered I'm not there. I'm off
Oh, you're
procuring
a
company.
yeah.
I'm off whoring.
This is true.
Insert plethora of tiefling horny jokes. Yeah.
You think the dwarves might know something of it?
Yeah, that's what he suggests, but I'm not sure now that it's come. Now that I got the information that it comes from the sky, it might be a bit more tricky now. Inexpensive.
I do realize I will not be able to get the same material as I used to have, but it would be nice to have it. I do know how to work with that much easier than it is to steal as far as armor. Would make the process much faster.
This is fine.
Do you mind if I accompany you?
Sure, this is for you. You might as well be here.
He's just standing there awkwardly as he waits for you two to go somewhere.
Okay. Do we have to? So, where is the dwarves like specifically located? I guess on this map.
It's still in Nagari. It's just they're on more of the eastern side of the town of the city, kind of near the docks. Huh?
That works out great. I thought we had to go to another city, be like, oh boy, here we go. Start
No.
marching.
They're on more of the eastern side of the city, underground, as what is called the Master Forge. It's quintessentially the blacksmith, the number one blacksmith guild in the whole continent.
I'm very much imagining like Iron Forge for those who played WoW, or like the dwarven stuff from Darksiders 2.
Kind of. It's like a miniature version of if you've seen The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Kind of like a miniature scaled down version of that. But I guess that would be really the what are they called in Darksiders? The creators?
Forge of Creation, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the race of people were, which I think they're either
They were dwarves. I think they were called dwarves. Or they were no, they were
No, they were huge people. They're either called the creators or the crafters.
Oh. God.
It'll bother us later. It'll be fine.
I'm looking it up right now.
The Forge of Creation.
So you're going to head over there?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh, they were just called makers.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something relatively simple.
They're just essentially just big ass dwarves, but you know.
Yeah. So when you step down, because you're actually going underneath the ground, and as you go down deeper and deeper, you get to see essentially see the heat, the light of the heat, and then feel it as you essentially get close to the point where all the forge heat essentially exhausts up that hole. It's probably safe, who knows? In the entire area is just open, as there's different sort of areas going on. There's some areas specifically for smelting and forging the bronze, copper, gold, essentially sectioned out per metal, per requirements. That way you're not trying to use the heat set up for one material for something else. Because if you're trying to heat up steel, that heat is going to just essentially melt copper or bronze, something that has a lower melting point. Currently, there's a old dwarf working at front desk, writing on some ledgers. His beard, what bits of white you can see, can indicate that much, but most of it's just covered in soot and ash. As he doesn't appear to pay you all too much mind at the moment.
Well, hello, sir.
Is there something I can help you with?
I show him a scrap of the metal, and I wonder, my friend here, as I look back to the giant bear folk, and is looking for some armor. I was wondering if you have anything close to this. We know we can't particularly find this particular type of metal because it's from space. So anything equivalent that he can make his armor out of.
He'll take it's essentially just a ring from the chainmail and hold it up close to him as he kind of puts on some glasses that has different levels of magnification that just bring down as you're looking at this thing as if it was like a jewel or a diamond. I've seen this metal before. It is from where he's from. And he points to Char.
Do you happen to have any of it?
I might. We're still trying to study it ourselves. It's very interesting stuff. Very finicky. Interesting. How much are you wanting?
I guess enough to make him some armor.
When you say that, the dwarf kind of looks back over to Char and scratches his head. It's like, I think that we don't nearly have that much. We have enough to make a helmet or perhaps a weapon, but not enough to cover the body of your friend there.
Do you have any substitute that's close to it that he can shape to make armor of his people?
Now, the next best thing would be steel, but which we have plenty of that. Of course, you can find that anywhere.
Want it from you. Because you're the most knowledgeable on this metal.
The best, as I said, the best that we could surmise is that it's definitely harder than your typical steel and then lighter than it as well.
I will take of how much would it cost for what you have of the metal to make a weapon out of?
We paid for what we got probably upwards from around a couple hundred gold for about 2-3 ingots worth. If you're wanting this, the metal, I would suggest to you that you should probably consider either going to the docks and speaking with some of the people that go over to his land, or There has known to be some less than typical ways to obtain this metal.
Fun.
There has been reports that on the bottom of some of the waters near the coast here that there's some rocks that came from the sky and landed in impacting the surface, though not many people feel bold enough to go out there and try to haul that rock up this way. Not very many people are able to breathe, if you know what I mean.
This is fair. Okay. So how much for the steel?
What kind of armor are you making?
Or I look back to my friend. What kind of armor are you making? Breastplate, chain.
Armor? I plan on making the same that I used before, which is something a little bit different than your typical scale mail. It had spikes protruding from it.
Okay. I look back to Dwarf. How much would it cost for enough to make enough scale mail and spikes for this gentleman?
I don't want to purchase it. I'd rather make it myself.
Still
Again,
need to buy the material for it.
I believe me, if your friend is wanting to build and make it himself, I believe we can make it a arrangement. He can teach us how to work the metal of his land for in exchange for using our material and our forge here.
Look back to the bear folk. Does this sound reasonable?
This sounds just.
Okay then. Do you remember the location of this place and where the guild is?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to start now or take some more rests?
I can start whenever.
Okay.
I do not have much to do here.
Okay. Then we will leave you to your people's work.
Thank you.
I guess we walk back to the guild with him. I guess I give him an allowance of like 10 gold just in case you need something, but the guild should cover your food for you.
Allowance.
Thank you. You've done a lot for me, and I will not forget it.
That's what we do. And just make sure you wait on us before you head back to the thing, because we would like to figure out who got you here and did these things to you. Because we're a professional group on kidnappers and making them go away.
It won't be anytime soon. I'll be able to return to my homeland.
This is fine. We have some jobs to do. Always those in need.
If you require help, I'll be gladly to assist.
Yeah, I put my hand on his like paw, like I guess a big paw. Don't worry, friend. Just get your armor and get back to full strength.
Very well. Then he just goes immediately heads towards the Smith Guild.
Okay.
The Blacksmith Guild.
Well, that works out. I guess our other dwarf friend is probably just lingering around the guild house.
Yes.
I say to him, well, the bear have came to agreement to help the dwarven here to teach him the crafting of his people to, in exchange, make armor, let him use material for his armor. We have to wait for him to finish up his task before we can go back to the homeland and figure out who sent these people over and resolve your conundrum. Sorry for the wait, though. Anything else you need to do in the meanwhile?
Not at the moment. I considering looking into more jobs to do, but I might hold off for a little while. Watch after our little friend. Well, not so little friend there.
This is fine. We're probably going to check out that second dragon sighting that we saw before.
I do suggest that you take your time with this one this time. The rumor has this one is not that easy to. It's much bigger than the last.
Well, some say bigger is better. Giggity.
I think this Tholnir just looks at you with a face of judgment and a bit of disappointment.
Well, for a joke, friend, lighten up.
Right.
Plus, I'm not the one that, does that kind of thing. As I think to our favorite grappler.
Just the three of you be careful. You don't want to be caught out in the open if that thing decides to pounce on you. Apparently, its activity has raised up since the death of his maybe friend? Hard to say.
Well, we do have the Dragon Slayer with us, so
Who's that?
the last.
Technically, aren't we all dragon slayers?
Technically, Fee got the killing blow, so
Yeah, but I mean, it was a team effort. I mean,
in the ballot.
If you all need me anytime, just leave a message. I'll be trying to get it as soon as possible.
I guess we also check the leaderboards to see if any other interesting creatures have popped up or jobs in the area before we head out, I guess. And we decide which way to go after that.
Currently, there isn't much of what typically is part of your all's interest. Something where creatures been coming by, killing some people, or people have gone missing, yada yada yada. It's mostly people who have businesses that either been inconvenienced or are wanting something like the one gentleman who wants the Yeti fur. That job's not up there, but it's something akin to that.
I'm about to say, it's like, gosh darn it, old man, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
how many times do we have to teach you, old man? Yeah.
Well,
There is a post that is clearing the Harshlands Republic that is asking for pretty much people to explore some ruins that they had previously found. That they haven't seen anybody in there yet.
well, guys, we have options. We got ruins or getting intel on this next dragon.
Which the dragon is in the Harshlands Republic.
Oh, well, that works out perfectly. Any yay or nay?
I'm all for checking out some ruins.
Maybe we might find the MacGuffin there.
The MacGuffin?
What?
Yeah, aka Dragon Slaying Bow. Our sword.
That'd be convenient.
I know one thing, when I got that giant slaying sword in the giant campaign, oh boy, my barbarian fighter just became god tier. Then I had that weapon thing. I didn't take the plus armor. I took the weapon thing that allow you to reroll ones and twos because I had so much dice on the table. It was amazing. crits were glorious.
So what would you like to do?
Glorious. I guess we hit that way, unless y'all have any other things.
Fine with going that way.
Walk that way.
So Heartlands Republic?
Yeah.
Y'all ready
Alright.
for the desert?
Guess we have to buy some desert gear then.
I was gonna say, if he's gonna go shopping for some clothes, they're going to the desert.
I mean,
I can see fox in the desert, can't I?
other than a fancy hat, I mean, really,
Yes.
I mean, other than obviously water, going into the desert, I mean, because you still wear clothes. It's not like,
He has mainly winter clothes because she grew up in a winter environment. Her clothes are like fluffy and
yeah.
there's lots of layers.
I think I have
This is
some
true.
temperate weather clothes, but I have armor on usually anyway. That's like one of those things. It's like you still wear clothes in the desert just because, you know.
How you wear looser clothes in the desert?
You wear a different style of clothes than you would
Yeah.
wear in like the
Oh, yeah,
Arctic
no.
area they're in.
But you still wear a fair amount of clothes, which people forget
No,
about.
I'm like, we're not going out, with like swimming trunks and stuff to get sunburned, but
Yeah.
you have to have that loose clothes that protect you against the wind.
Yeah, like the cloth robe looking things. I don't know what they're actually called.
Cloth
hats.
robe looking things.
Windbreakers.
No, I know what she's talking about. The
I just hear the song from Aladdin come in on Arabian.
Clothes that look like Jedi clothes.
well, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember what they're called. By the way, someone's fan is going just ape shit into their
That's
microphone.
probably my fan. Did I fix the problem?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I must. Now I'm going to overheat.
It's just you got to get it at the right angle, or you got to set up like a noise gate. Really, that's
yeah.
all you got to do.
Usually it doesn't pick it up. That's why it's kind of weird. Actually, if I move my mic in front of my face instead of on the side of my face, give me a
Is
sec.
there a place to buy desert clothes nearby?
Might be
Probably
a
when we.
place on
Yes.
the
It would just be cheaper to getting it at the place where they are needed.
day. Yeah,
Is there like a little border town that we can get him in?
I would assume so, or just like right as soon as we get right into it or something.
Either you could get it where you're at, or you could probably go check Wolf Rock Empire, which tends to be like the mediator as far as trade between the Heartlands Republic and
Yeah.
Heartlands Republic, Frostborn, and Tavern Rock. Because it's right in the middle of those three. That would be your second cheapest choice, other than just going there, suffer the heat for a little bit, and then
Unless we passed a trader of some sort.
even then it's going to be expensive because
Yeah,
that
I
would be
think we should just
more.
wait till we get there, or like wait till we get like closer. Anyway, the cheaper you get, the closer you get to the source, cheaper it's going to be.
That would be more of a luxury item as compared to a practical item.
Can I buy at least something that's a little less wintry before we go over there?
You could buy long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts.
Realistic question. My natural resistance, is that just for fire or is that for heat in general?
I believe how it works as far as conditions goes that if you have resistance to it, you don't have to worry about it that much. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
That's how I've always seen it go.
Because
it's
that's I know that's how it works for cold for the cold
Yeah.
environments. If you have the resistance to it, you're immune to the extreme effects.
Yeah.
Okay, we're resistant to it because we were raised there.
I'm just a devil spawn, so it's fine.
This is fine. We don't think less of you.
I mean, I wouldn't care even if you did.
It's fine. We don't think less of you.
I got enough problems.
But now you're a dirty wizard. That's a different thing.
Dirty wizard.
It's dirty warlocks is what you have to
I'm
worry
wizard
about.
and a half. Thank you.
Adventure environments.
I mean, I've always seen it done like like you were saying with the if you have fire resistance, like you're fine in the desert, or cold resistance, you're fine in the Arctic. It's how I've always seen people do it for games. So I was just curious how you were going to decide to do it.
I'll say since you have fire resistance, you don't really care that much for it.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure it's how it works anyway, but I'm going to say that's definitely how it's going to work.
Hey, it's ultimately your call, so that's fine. Fine with me.
That sounds good.
I'll discover it later when I'm asleep at night and be like, I gotta look at it. I gotta know.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way.
How would you like to go there? Do you want to go pick up your horses back in Tavern Rock, your carts and all that?
This might be, since we're not on it, something that's of the ultimate, like, we're not on a
Time crunch.
time.
Schedule.
Yeah, we're not on a time crunch. It might be best just to get the animals and then just ride, or see if there's a service that teleports us and the animals.
There's not really a service yet that's been deemed safe.
Business idea.
Right now, we just could teleport ourselves or walk.
You can inquire about that, but they'd say it's like, we don't have something that would ensure safety of.
Like, is there like a there's like a waiver you could sign and be like, look, I get it. The horse might come out inside out. You know.
Well, it's not just the horse. It could also be you.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, what if they like teleported? You did like 2 teleports, one and then another, right?
Teleport back to back. I get you.
Well, I do the horse and then you, not so you don't have the fly situation. But I'll probably actually sell my horse because I don't need it. Well, that's not true. Actually, because I do have to burn a spell slot to do the other thing.
Yeah, that's kind of.
It is kind of. Yeah, actually, I'd probably actually keep my horse from now that I think about it. Now that I'm actually thinking for once.
This is fine.
But anyway, I say to go get the animals and take them because they'll be super useful.
We're taking the long way, Pondo.
Okay.
Unless anybody disagrees with that.
So you're going to
that's my vote. Massive time skip.
Before we leave, I want to send a letter to my dad and Griff saying that we're going to go to the desert.
Okay.
Did I get any response from Helga in my
Olga?
ballot?
Yeah, you definitely got a response. Essentially, it's you name time and place. I'll break you like I should have before.
First, I will break you.
And I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
Sounds like a keeper to me.
You see me like question this, like, is this a good thing, bad thing? I don't know.
I guess it depends if you ask somebody else or you just keep it to yourself.
It doesn't mean when a tall woman wants to break you. We see, sonny boy. That Master Roshi-ish character comes out of the woodworks.
Let's see, that's right. I forget you two are fairly young, right? You guys are like what, just 18 or 18, 19?
I think I was 22.
Are you? Okay, I thought you were.
No, not 22. Like, how old is Fee?
I think
Fee's 1 year older than me.
I think she's like 22 and you're like 21.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you guys were just like right about there.
They're young, but they're not that young.
Yeah, well, I thought they were just like 19 and 20 or 20 and like whatever. I could remember. Okay, I'm still the old man then.
Yeah, you're the old man at the moment.
I'm like 33, I think.
Is there anything that you wanted to do in Tavern Rock while you're there before you started your journey over to?
Sorry, Tavern Rock. Let me check real quick. So I had that. I did want to look and see. 1 second. If I can find what I'm looking for. Damn it, there was something we wanted to bring up, and then I don't remember what it was. It wasn't anything special, but I really got to start writing stuff down because
Tom?
this is stupid. It's, yeah, I'll remember it at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anything you wanted to do, Dom?
Nothing in particular. I already got my manacles right, large and big.
Yep. Yeah, the large ones were just double the price of the regular.
Okay. Any huge ones?
None that would be practical to carry.
Okay, I was kind of thinking on that one. It's like that's a little overkill.
And it would be very narrow use for them.
You never know. I'm just waiting for that dragon to fill that illusionary spell fee. And I'm just like, click, click, you're under arrest.
And it will just immediately snap it by going.
Hey, that was made out of Gundanium. What the hell?
So, is there any of this garbage that we offloaded while we were there, or did we sell some of this stuff last week?
Which
We haven't sold anything.
Okay, yeah, we might have considered. Actually, hold up.
Actually, I want to keep some of the scraps from the bear things. I might be able to make a sword out of it.
Wait a minute.
No, you
Hold
sold.
We sold a bunch. We sold the weapons. I know.
You sold the weapons. You sold the leather. You kept the half plate and had it.
Yeah, that's from the one before, but this time around, the scraps from the.
I believe you
fallen
sold
warriors.
the art piece as well, and you handed out the gems. Yeah, from the last dragon fight.
So anything I could do with the scrap? Can I get the scraps and metals melted down to a sword?
Because those worth money. I thought you did. Did you guys not sell the art piece? I know you gave 3 gems away. Was it no?
Yeah. See, this is what I'm. This is exactly where I was confused, because I thought we had sold stuff last time, but I couldn't.
I thought you guys sold this a while ago.
Thought we sold the weapons and the weapons and then the leather armor and then held on to everything else. Because we'd have more than 265 gold pieces if we sold everything.
Yeah, you sold the weapons. You sold the armor.
See, I thought I modified all this last time.
Sometimes it doesn't save, which sucks.
Oh yeah, no, you do have 5 gems that each one of you took at least one. I think you're saving the other 2 for later purposes. You hadn't sold the art piece yet.
Yeah.
Let's just fix this up real quick.
I'm fixing it. Might have to look back at the stream to see, because I don't remember what we do and didn't, or if we talked about it and then decided not to. I don't. It's not really that important right now. I was just trying to figure it out. Hurt my brain.
Okay, we have. How much is the gems worth?
They're worth 100 apiece.
100 each.
I got 100 gold gem.
So it'd be 500 if you sold them all. And there's 250 if you sold the art. Which is just a piece of probably just a piece of some guy that has is just laying naked in front of a fireplace with something tastefully covering his bits. The only thing worth money of it is the artist that did it, because he had a little note. Okay. Anything else that anybody wanted or wanted to do?
I think that would be it, because for now, at least.
The other thing is, where did you guys want to go as far as the harshlands?
So the first thing we had looked at on that bounty board was you remind me what that was again?
The ruins.
The ruins job, you have to go clear to the capital, to Lyodell, essentially.
Yeah.
Probably head there anyway.
Yeah. The dragon, from the rumors say, is somewhere much north of that. About close to the border, but far enough to a lot of the cities. Its activity just mainly picked up as far as going after some caravans.
I'd be curious to know when that activity picked back up, like when it picked up. Really?
He said earlier it was after the other dragon died.
Yes.
Okay, I was literally about to ask that.
I
don't know if I was going to ask it because you said it or if because my brain's just dumb.
From the rumors said it was right about the time that the one that you killed died, that this dragon's activity picked up some.
All right.
He was not happy.
That's good to know. Well, good to know, I guess. All right. Yeah, I say we head to the capital personally. I mean, because even either way, we can learn stuff about either the ruins or the dragon. Plus, we might run into people along the way, right?
Okay. Is there anything from the Wolfrock Empire that you're wanting?
Not that I can think of. Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
Not to my knowledge.
Essentially, this is a spot where you can get a more luxurious clothes that are made
Isn't
for.
Olga here?
Yes, Olga is in Tavern Rock.
Oh, okay, she's not at the rock. Like, yes or
We're
no?
going to Tavern Rock to get our horses, so if you want to
Yes,
meet
yes.
up with Olga, that would be the time.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Con. Yes, I sent her a letter. We might as well get this out of the way.
Get it out of the way. Wow, man. Let me tell you what. Alexander's skill with women is just unparalleled.
I'm young and full of energy. I can take on the world.
I mean, that's one. I mean, energy is definitely a word. Yes.
Look at my boyish charm. Look it over.
Oh, boyish charm. God. Oh, this ought to be amusing at the very least.
Okay. She will send a reply saying meet her at the Coliseum.
Meet me behind the Coliseum, nerd. Ah, God. But first, I will break you.
Guess we get there, grab our horses and stuff to make sure they're ready for the next day travel, and I head to the Coliseum.
Now, are you fully expecting a fight, or are you thinking this is going to be like a date?
I think it's going to be a date.
Huh?
I think it's going to be a date.
Okay.
Expecting her to kick your ass.
But I bring my stuff just in case, because, you know.
you pre-buy the flowers and chocolates. Just...
Yep. You know, I'm going to spend a whole gold on this. Like, this is some fancy chocolate.
Okay.
Flowers.
So you're just going to like hide them behind your back to figure it out until you find out?
Yep.
Essentially, you see, you meet up with Olga in the back of where where all the fighters go to wait for their turn. And,
oh, wait a minute. Is there a food of her people there? Like, do I know anything that life actually like?
Do you want to give me a history roll?
Oh, sure.
I'll give you advantage.
Oh, wow, really?
Well, that's part of your thing, is it not?
Oh, she is humanoid. You're right. See, I forget about stuff I have. Let me see.
It's okay. It's what I'm there for.
I got 11.
I mean, she probably likes meat.
I bring her the finest like street meat I can find.
We making phrasing a thing, or
This probably looks like one of the one piece like meat like that have like a bone through it.
Okay. Like a bone-in rib or a bone-in ribeye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Olga just kind of looks at you confused as to what you're doing with boxed chocolate flowers and a meat on a bone, essentially. You'll come to finish what we started, little man?
Of course, I'm here for that date.
Then what's with flowers and chocolate?
In my culture, we bring flowers and chocolate. I know in your culture, you like meat.
Your
So I brought a
culture
little bit
sounds
of both.
weak.
Hey,
shots fired.
I'll
I have
meet
no
you.
response to that.
I'll meet you outside on field.
But I already have dinner reservations.
You better fight fast.
You better win fast.
And you know what? His dinner reservation, he went to each meat cart to have everything cooked in like a time.
Didn't even go to a restaurant, just the meat carts.
Yep.
Sound like a cheap date.
Oh no, like it's deep fried like boar and like stuff. The best part of the meat cart. Usually they give the public the like leftovers, but we get the prime piece. But it's still deep fried, so it's technically still street meat.
Great cut of meat that's immediately sullied by getting fried and breading.
I'm just saying that's the way of some cultures.
It depends. Like, there's ways you can do that to really be good.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an initiative roll, buddy.
Okay, let me see. Oh wait a minute, I have a macro for this, but I don't have my token. I think it'll still roll. Let me see.
It might still roll.
Oh, there we go.
It's still rolled. Okay.
It's just going to give me the error, like there's no turn counter.
Where's that block? Where'd it go? Where'd you go, my Cotton Eye Joe? I'm gonna roll a d20 and see what I get from there. Oh, okay. I probably
Oh,
beat
you got first this time.
This time Olga is going to bring the pain by bringing her great axe.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
She's not a very big fan of you. She really wants to break you. Alrighty. So we're going to do 3 attacks on you with the great axe.
She's got some frenzy going.
She's mad,
That's
bro.
just stat block.
Super mad. Oh yeah, that's right. She's not.
Oh yeah, I gotta change my HP.
Oh,
wait a minute, that's right.
So a 22,
All those hit.
22, 24, and a 17.
Yep, they all hit.
This might be faster than we thought. Oh no, sorry. I'll re-roll that. I'll be nice. I rolled a third one just because. Actually, I probably should just do this all at once to make this much faster. 60, 12 plus 12.
Ooh.
44.
That hurts. But I'm still up.
That's a shame. Yeah, she's not messing around this time. As she's running.
I see she's not messing around.
She's running towards you with great anger in her eyes.
Oh crap. Well, I'm going to take the attack of opportunity from her hitting me. I'm going to back up 40 feet.
You want to take the attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I'm taking it.
This is a bold move. I'm just letting you know.
It's a bold move.
That'll
That
hit.
hits.
14?
Yep, I'm still up, barely.
How much health do you have?
65.
Ah.
But I can get 40 feet away, which hopefully I
Yeah.
can get some turn in. Okay, with that movement, I get 40 feet away. I don't get my advantage, so I am going to bring out the light hand crossbow. Come on, should I go heavy? Nah, I better go heavy because I'm gonna have to take the bonus action to Hunter's marker, and I'm gonna take the -5 to attack her if I can add 15 to my damage. Or is it 15? I think it's 10. No, 10. 10.
It's -5 to get the extra 10 damage if you have sharpshooter.
Yeah, I'm gonna do sharpshooter. And hopefully the dice do not forsake me.
When did you take sharpshooter?
5. Because I'm gonna have 2 attacks.
Doesn't revised ranger have a different level it gains the extra attack?
No, it gets it at 5.
Yeah, that's 5. It's just when you have to actually take the subclass to gain it, because if you take the pet one, you don't get it because your pet attacks basically instead.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's tied in with the class. It used to be level 6. You got it with the hunter one.
13 hits.
Yeah. Essentially, you just need a 16 to hit. No, actually, a 14 to hit her.
So 13 misses,
18 hit. You got 18.
but -5.
Oh, yeah,
-5.
it barely misses.
Okay. Let me try again. Oh, that one hits.
That will hit. Okay.
So you add 10 to that, so that's 24 plus the hunter mark is that.
Okay.
That's all I got. I'm 40 feet away right now.
Well, I mean, she spends her turn charging right to you.
Okay.
That's when you start pulling out your good tricks and pulling out some darts that you're using sharpshooter with.
Yep, I'm going to try to unload into her with sharpshooter. Well, try to. That is a strong word. Let me see. Light crossbow. Yeah. Come on, Paulie. Don't.
Do you
fail me.
only get the extra attack action if you're going before they move?
So you get
That's right.
advantage if you act before on that first attack if you are going before them.
I was wondering about Gloomstalker.
So yeah, so the first round of combat, you get the extra attack regardless.
Oh,
of
is the
whether-
first? Okay, I do get another attack.
Yeah,
So you get advantage if you go before them, which is from Ranger. However, essentially if you're level 5, you would have 3 attacks on your first turn or first round of combat, regardless.
Yeah.
You're right.
So,
You're right.
okay.
So I got one more
Sucker.
attack coming her way.
Do you want to make that
let me
one
see.
sharpshooter or not?
Yep, sharpshooter up. Doesn't matter.
All right, that's a serious miss. Essentially, your heavy crossbow jams badly.
Yep.
You can spend the turn
that's-
trying to fix it, or you can just drop it and switch
I'm
something
probably
else.
going to go to the next round to the light crossbow if I can get the 3 attacks.
Okay, well, it's your turn again because you did spend her turn trying to get back up to you.
Let me see. Don't fail me now, Pauline. That's a hit.
I'm guessing these are
That's a
sharpshooter.
miss. Yeah, I'm using sharpshooter. That's a hit.
Okay, so
D6.
24 plus 23 would be 57 plus the I probably should switch maps for this or things. Silly me. There we go. So far you've done 57 plus 14, 24, so a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
I have a feeling she's still up.
I think she... Did you hit with your last one? No, you missed with your second. That's what happened.
I missed with my second, yeah.
Two. She's up, but barely.
Well, this is the time.
This is where you hope that she gets all 3 misses here.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Probability and all that good stuff.
What's your AC? 17?
Yep.
So you're hoping for all
Lower
9
than
and under.
10s. Yeah, I want all 9 and unders.
So close.
1 hits.
How much health do you have left?
Let me see. 48.
Is it less than 20?
19.
It got 20 to knock you out.
Yep. So close, but no cigar.
Man, you do a lot of damage. If you hadn't
Well,
missed that one time, you would have gotten her.
Yeah, but I have to take a -5 to do all these shenanigans. And it's like, is it worth the risk?
If you have the advantage, probably.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. Like, I fell behind, took a lot of damage. I took attack opportunity. I did what I needed to do with the bow. Is what it is.
But yeah, you get knocked out, and then essentially she's brought back to the back, and Olga is there to give you like a pat on the shoulder. You did good, little man.
But not good enough.
Next time, find some better flowers. Those look weak.
Fucking. Ooh.
You see me like that glint in my eye, like.
Get shit on, is what she just said.
What you say?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And she leaves.
And then I'm like, tell me, like when I hit to the florist thing, I'm like all bloody and everything. Tell me about mountain flowers. I need the strongest flowers you got.
Essentially, you just let them give you like a hit point of health, and you're still like most of your wounds are open up. You're just dragging blood with you.
Wound is of no consequence. Tell about the flowers now.
Yes.
All right. Anything else anybody want to do in Tavern Rock?
I feel in our next
I don't
match is
know.
probably going to be a tag team match for like a tournament.
All I do is check my letters.
Love Lillers from Cotton.
You have mail.
Essentially, the letter from your dad is just the typical. Okay, just make sure you have this blah 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 blah, and essentially just running down a list of things that you need for a desert, all in excess.
Of course.
That's fair.
Like you need 2 barrels of water. Like make sure you have like yucca plants or yucca
Yucca?
fruit.
Yucca.
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 Yeah.
Flowers that make you go yuck. Cup.
Griff. He replies back essentially saying, do you want him to meet you there?
She immediately replies yes. That's all she says in her letter.
Okay.
And it's written to fill the entire paper.
Oh, okay. Very well. All right, so I guess you all make your way there. This is when Gref is there a whole 2 weeks before you get there.
It's that weird time dilation.
Yep. Well, he's just going to teleport there. He has no
Oh,
physical possessions holding him down.
what a peasant.
Or animals, I should say.
He's
No
not a
animals
cat
holding him
person.
down. Oh. Huh. Atomic, is there anything you needed that you remembered?
I stopped trying to remember whatever it was. Obviously, it wasn't important, or else I remember. So
Right. All right.
Like most things in life.
yeah.
So essentially, you take your 2-week long journey all the way from the Cavern Rock to clear to the capital of the Harshness Republic of Lyadel. I'm assuming that you guys are wanting to go talk to everybody you pass by, as far as when you get close to relatively where the caravans have like taken a hit on occasion. Or you want to save the investigation of that for later?
I think we were gonna do the ruins first, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we should go to the capital, see if anybody knows stuff, and then come back.
Yeah.
You have to go to the capital to find out where the ruins are and what they exactly want
Oh,
from you
well,
from there.
then-
First thing V is
makes
gonna
it
do is
easier.
buy desert clothes because she really doesn't like the heat.
This is true.
At least not while dressed in her partial winter clothes.
Or you want like fancy clothes?
Heck yeah, I want fancy clothes.
Okay.
I'm a bard.
Then
Why wouldn't I want fancy clothes?
I can't argue with that. And then just pay the fancy clothes price, which I don't know at the top of my head. Fine clothes. 15 gold pieces. You wanted fancy?
Yep. Does it come with like the little headpiece and everything?
It comes with whatever you want.
Sounds good to me.
Not playing
Pondo
that
has
game.
learned much.
Alex, do you want some fancy clothes?
Give me more practical clothes.
This is practical.
Mm, I mean clothes that if it get torn, I don't feel bad. Because most likely I'll probably fill it with holes.
Utilitarian is the word you're looking for.
Then you want common clothes.
Yes.
So 5 silver pieces.
Okay. I'll take 2 sets.
Do you want some new clothes, Volkar?
Let's need them.
You want to get costumes while you're at it?
Need and wants are different. Costumes.
Need and want are different. No, I'll just be wearing whatever I wore before we went up to the frozen ass north.
Here we
I'm
go.
not joking. There's costumes. There's you can buy costumes in adventuring gear. 5 gold pieces if you want it.
What kind of costumes are they selling?
Whatever you want.
No, I'm just interested to know like what they just have like buy these costumes. What are like displayed?
It's essentially entertainer clothes, kind of like belly dancers and whatnot.
I might get that instead of the fine clothes
Why not both?
because I'm not made of money.
Yet. Not made money yet.
What did you spend your money on?
I just horses in a wagon.
Oh, okay.
How much money do I have? Where's my inventory?
You could have also did your entertaining and got more money if you wanted.
Oh yeah, I wanted some entertaining here. Oh, I have 373 gold.
Jesus
I'll play both.
Christ. Yeah, you got a little bit of gold there.
I'll play both, and then I'll put on the belly dancer's costume, and then go try to make even more money.
I thought I had a decent amount of money, but apparently I'm the poor kid.
I've been entertaining every time we stopped.
And she hasn't been spending her money either.
It's
Yeah.
well, I haven't bought anything except a fucking horse.
You bought an axe as well.
That's right.
It's a nice axe, though.
I have 2 magical weapons right now. A crossbow and like a thing.
If Alexander and Volkar want to buy traveler's clothes or cloaks or a costume, Fee will buy it.
I've already got a cloak, I believe.
I got my clothes. I'm happy.
Yeah, and then I'll just wear my normal clothes instead of winter clothes, and I'll be okay.
Because remember, I'm on the front line, so my clothes are going to get wear and tear. That's why I don't want to be so fancy. I know it's going to get hold and blood.
But do you want fancy clothes for while we're in towns?
I don't intend to change clothes 30 times a day.
Most likely, I'm going to see if they got a fight pit there.
Naturally.
If he goes to find a fight pit, I want to go find a place to take a bath and then go entertain. Because I just remembered we've been traveling through a desert.
Well, that would just be whenever we go find some lodging for the night, right?
Or one of those fancy spas, because I'm apparently rich.
There's not necessarily a fighting pit for people here. It's more of a fighting pit for animals, so to speak. So, cock, dog, 5 gold pieces.
No exotic beasts or stuff like that.
Imp fighting rings.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different as far as the entertainment here. Bathhouses is more of kind of their own made up oasis. That almost seems like it was naturally there, but there are small hints of it that was kind of man-made.
I want to go to the bathhouse oasis.
Okay.
You know what?
Volkar, Alex, do you guys want to go relax for a bit before we investigate some more?
Sure.
I shrug. It's like, why not? We're doing a hot spring episode.
Did we
Or
see
bathhouse
Griff in this
episode.
town yet?
Essentially, Alexander would probably run into him when he looks for the pits. He'd be currently rooting for one of the roosters that are fighting at the moment. Giving it coaching words as like, go for the headlock! Rip its head off! Come on!
I would love to see a rooster perform a headlock. Like, now, all I'm thinking of now is, I don't know if you've ever seen the subreddit Birds with Arms, where it's just like, just be birds with like giant biceps. It's fucking hilarious. That's what I'm imagining. Right
Nah, I'm just thinking Aarakocra that are ripped.
That works too.
A barbarian Aarakocra. There we go. Oh, that's the last thing you want is a flying barbarian.
Flying barbarian.
You'd never escape.
Anything.
The bathhouse, essentially, it's 10 gold pieces a person. Just because it's a fancy bathhouse in the middle of a desert.
All right, we'll buy room for everybody that comes with us.
I mean, I won't say no to a free whatever.
There's at least 20.
Bun.
Alex,
Also,
are you going?
relevant image is relevant.
Relevant image is relevant.
I mean, it is. If there's a cockfight going on, I mean, the Are You Not Entertained chicken, it's a pretty good one.
Huh. That's interesting. Alex, are you going to the bathhouse?
Oh yeah. There's no fighting arenas, and I'm like, I don't want to turn my character into a Pokemon trainer. I should have picked the other type of ranger, not a pet, that goes there and just slaughters everything. It's
I
like,
think it's more of a you bet on the animal and see if that one wins.
You could also bring your own animal.
if I were a ranger, my pet would be like super jacked up, and I'll probably pick a bunny just to mess with people. Animal companion bunny.
Should have invested into Beastmaster. Man.
I would like to it'd be fun. Like, I would love to just be like redo Find Familiar, but I would like come on, load already. You're killing. There we go. Swole Falcon. I have way too many of these pictures. It's kind of a problem.
Jesus.
Right? Look, some of these are really fucking funny too.
Are you wanting to send your familiar into the animal fights?
No, because it's not what it's designed for. Now, if I resummoned it, if I wish there was a higher like level of Find Familiar. Like there's different levels of like summon demon, so that you could just summon like, something hilarious.
Technically,
I mean, to the extent that I would like to summon a. See, this is why they shouldn't have nerfed the homunculi for Artificer. Is I would have loved to like do the alchemist and then make some horrible amalgamation, like grotesque, like crow with just massive biceps.
Technically, Find Steed would be like the next step for Find Familiar.
Yeah, but it's not the same though.
Yeah. Alternatively, you have the thing where you could polymorph your familiar.
Come on, swole chicken, right? Or swole eagle.
Oh, that's a buff for Eagle.
Yeah.
Here's a good one too. I'm sorry, I have way too many of these. They're just really fucking funny to me.
There is the Warlock pack that you can get a better.
That's true. Yeah, right. Actually, that would be the way to go because you summon the little dragon that occasionally likes to just fuck off whenever it wants. The pseudo dragon. That's actually the strongest of the familiars. That would be the way to go because that thing would fuck some shit up.
I think it's like
that thing could wrestle a chicken.
What, the pseudo dragon? Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, but the pseudo dragon also, like every day you have to just do a random roll to see if it just fucks off.
Not necessarily the Find Familiar one, I don't think.
The warlock one you do, I think.
I don't remember that being a thing. I could be wrong.
I thought they did. There might be a different version.
That might be an older version, but at 5e, I don't think they do that.
I think it's a weird thing to do with the warlock specific familiars.
It's just a part of their pact, really.
Yeah.
This is odd time to look for it, but I'm just going to look for it. As for education for everybody.
For educational purposes.
Okay, I guess it might just be GM's decision. At any time and for any reason, the pseudo dragon can end its service as a familiar, ending the telepathic bond.
So don't be a jerk.
I mean, it just depends. I guess it depends on how your DM feels, or if they wanted to do like so. It's a familiar.
Where'd you find that at?
That's on D&D. There's the pseudo dragon, and then there's the pseudo dragon parentheses familiar variant.
Huh. When did they add that?
Can I link this? Why did that not work?
I think they would put that specifically in the feature block.
Monster Manual, page 254, apparently.
Oh.
So why is that not working?
Oh, I wonder. That's an optional thing. I wonder.
Oh, it's just in there under the familiar rule for it.
But I don't think that's in the player handbook. I think it's an option.
But yeah, it's the Monster Manual version, which is where that one comes from. Or at least the rules for the familiar variant. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Was there any betting that you wanted to do? I know you would want to do betting.
Sure. If I can go to the right window, I have like 75 million Chrome tabs open. It's fine.
Just when Pondo pops up the Pokemon rules.
All right, now we're going to go to PTU. Let's just spend the next 3 hours in character creation as I confuse everybody on how to make it.
Well, like when I compare it to actually regular Pokemon, it syncs up pretty well.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's just it's convoluted, but it still syncs up somehow.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Pokemon RPG.
Yeah.
You have to come up with stats for your Pokemon, and it's actually based off the actual game, pretty much. Like defense and all that stuff, and special attacks.
Yeah.
Stab.
Yep.
Which as a kid I couldn't get why my Machamp wasn't super effective, like creaming something with his like electricity punch and stuff. And I was like, oh, it doesn't work that way. Pokemon actually electricity does better damage than a Pokemon without electricity than electricity punch.
Yep. Intelligence would be your. I think you have it for your gambling.
Oh, I've got a thing set up for it already. I think. Yeah, I do. Oh man, that's just fucking great.
You get no money.
Oh.
Okay. Anything else anybody wanted to do before we move on?
I want to perform at the bar for money if it's a bar.
Okay. Since you have the costume, I'll give you advantage here.
Sweet.
Alexander, did you want to do gambling?
I'm trying to think, like, what skill would that count other? That would be bluff. I don't have bluff or deception.
I usually do like a flat charisma roll.
Sleight of hand. Well, I guess you're not trying to.
It would be either gambling or.
Well, I just have made
Deception.
a gambling skill just because I get proficiency when using the dice to
Yeah.
gamble.
5d5. No, 5d4 times 5 is what your money is.
Question. Any labor that need to be done? Like you guys Slavics to actually just do a hard day of work.
Do you want to do labor?
What is this, Pathfinder?
I'm an honest worker.
I mean, probably out in the docks where they have, when they're importing and exporting stuff.
I probably work down at the docks.
So essentially what's mostly coming in is some more fruit, like fresh fruits. And what's coming out is essentially some more of more like exotic hides and pellets that are to this. Some crates you do find actually have animals on it that are being shipped out.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not people.
Yeah. Like fennec foxes and
Oh god, don't let Fee know.
she already knows.
Oh shit.
Never mind, she doesn't know.
Okay, good. Don't let her know. Let's let
Okay.
that one. It's a fucking carry around a
checks.
fucking menagerie.
Essentially exotic desert pets.
Okay, there you go. You're gonna be like, my baby worth from 9 to 10.
Go ahead and give me a 5d4 times 3 for your hard labor for the day. What are your gold pieces? Did you hear me about yours? It was a 5d4 times 5.
You see me like they never had this much work done like from regular Joe.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
Everybody here likes me.
I got all my money back.
She net zeroed for the day. Plus some.
Did Alex go to the hot springs? I wasn't sure to count his or not.
I probably do mine later in the day if I do labor. Like after working up sweat, hit up the hot springs.
If you want to wait.
Cool to hang out with us.
Apparently he is too cool to hang out with us. All right.
Well, do you want me to get all nice and clean to get sweaty?
No, you go do your thing.
All right, I'll hang out with you guys. And then you see me come back sweaty later that day.
Then he has to go pay for himself to get unsweaty.
I was too clean, so I had to get unclean.
Buy something.
So do Broderick have a tail? Yeah, I think he has a tail.
Who?
Does Volcar have a tail?
Volcar, there we go.
Yes, I do have a tail.
So, can you pick up stuff with that thing? Why we just having small talk in the hot spring?
Tail is not prehensile, no. It's mostly is used for counterbalance.
Counterbalance to horns?
Not really. The horns do not weigh very much.
Really? So you can't hit people with that.
I'm sure I could if I spun around quick enough, but I cannot pick up things with it now.
Mm-hmm. This is fair.
I am Volker is absolutely covered with scars, by the way.
I have a feeling.
And some of them look like they healed badly.
Yeah, I got scars on me, but nothing like too deep. It's like just, scuff marks mostly. Stuff magical healing couldn't fix. Right now, I'm trying to add my money to my inventory right now. It's like dirt. Up to 200, yay. So, what do you think about these ruins? Think we find anything of interest?
At the very least, we'll make some money, perhaps. Not expecting anything too terrible, but of course, that always never works out that way.
For a dragon in the area, people don't seem to talk about it that much.
Hear no evil, see no evil, I guess. But it sounds like it's rather recent, so.
I thought it was already here with the second one. It was a report here and there.
It's here, but it's only become more active recently. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So.
Volkar, I don't tell you enough, but I appreciate your companionship.
Is there a particular reason why you bring this up now, or are you just feeling like complimenting people today?
Just say it once in a while.
Understand. You're not too bad yourself for a human.
Yeah, human enough, I guess.
That's right. Fuck, I keep forgetting you guys are.
He's a half-blood.
He's half blood.
You're half right.
Half right. You're only half shit.
Oh no, unless you want to state what your other half is besides elf.
Who knows? He might not be half human.
Anything else before we go ahead and take a break?
I think that's it.
I can't think of anything.
Unless
I'll
we
buy a
do
fennec
that,
fox.
unless we do the creepy.
I'll figure out the price for that later.
We do the creepy anime trope and try to sneak on to the girl side.
I mean, it's like a Roman bath kind of thing, right?
They still have it. They have like a men's co-ed and then a women's section, essentially.
Okay.
But in essence, it can potentially be that way. I don't know what section you guys would want to be in.
I don't care. It doesn't bother Volkar at all. He's so whatever.
He's in the ladies' side.
Probably having girl talks and whatnot. All right, I'll say let's go ahead and take a break. And we will see what this job with the ruins is about.
It's that time of day again.
All right, we are back. Post bathhouse. Fee is wanting to go to the exotic pets menagerie to primarily look for a fennec fox. But they do have some other animals there that it might be of interest, like pygmy marmosets, some like parrots, or what I found out recently, they're called macaws. apparently.
Yeah.
There was a gas from you.
I figured out what the pygmy marmoset was. That's what we just saw, the little tiny monkeys, and now I kind of want one.
Yeah, I had to look it up too. I was like, wow, they could fit around your finger.
We just saw them at the zoo this weekend, and they're stinking cute. Just for the record.
You can also get armadillos.
A battle pet right there.
Alex, do you want to go look at the pets? There's a place that sells pets here.
Oh, sure, why not?
Do you want to come, Bulkar?
Oh, I'm not interested in pets.
That's fair. If he's gonna lead Alex to the exotic pet menagerie.
Yes, there's definitely a fennec fox here. There's the pygmy marmosets. A couple other monkeys of some slight interest. The several different color parrots. I'm just gonna call them parrots. Macaws, I guess.
If she gets a fennec fox, you're gonna make it as annoying to take care of as a regular fennec fox?
Probably.
Because those things are little fucking terrors. My ex always wants one, and then once I showed her like all the stuff of like how horrible they actually are, she's like, I don't want them anymore. They're cute, but holy shit.
Yeah.
They're terrible little creatures.
That's why you get him in a fantasy game, so it's actually fun.
There we go. One of my characters had a baby mimic at one point. It was amazing.
I would love to have in Torchlight 2, you can have little companions that follow you around and do stuff like go sell your junk or whatever, and you could permanently transform yours into a tiny mimic, and it hopped along the ground. And how it picked up like loot was it ate it.
I had a panda. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I think I had the was it the ferret?
The battle panda.
I had the ferret with the goggles on its head, like the flight goggles. But then once I learned you could permanently transform it into a mimic, I did that because it's just funny because it just hops along the ground. So I always get the mimic. It's the one I always get.
The armadillo themselves are around $100. Not $100. Gold pieces. Fennec foxes are $200. Pygmy marmosets are actually $350. And macaws are $300.
Do you want to get a pet, Alex?
I think I'm going to pass on this one.
He's just got the responsibility of taking care of a horse. You want to put a pet on him now?
Yep.
True.
I think he gave me the horse after he summoned his horse, though.
I thought we kept it at the thing over there at the other side.
It's attached to my wagon.
Yep.
True.
This is true.
We brought the wagon.
We have I have 3 horses: a summoned horse, a horse in one area, and a horse in another area that drags a wagon. I didn't have the heart to kill Cookie to make him come back as the mount.
Surprised you didn't take that opportunity.
I wonder why.
Now Cookie could be eternal. You just keep on summoning him back whenever he dies.
Don't worry. Well, he died of natural causes.
Shiny and chrome.
I'll summon him back then. Sorry, Cookie, you're old and decrepit. I gotta put you down because you broke your leg.
Old and decrepit.
Cookie is nowhere near old and decrepit.
Talk about a turnaround on
that horse is like maybe 3-5 years old at most.
Yeah, when he's old and decrepit.
It's just like Roach, right? Just every time something happens, just gets another one. Oh God!
There is indeed more than one fennec fox.
Can we not get a pair? Oh God!
I just want to know what the little personalities of them are, the different ones.
Oh boy!
Yeah, RP like a couple different fennec foxes in a box together.
Oh God! It's a box of horror.
They're not in boxes; they're in cages, practically. Uh, there's about 3 of them. One is seems to be very playful and energetic. Another one seems to be more of a shy type, as it's seen mostly just hiding and underneath like little terrain they have made up for it. And the last one's more of a lazy, is asleep all the time. Doesn't seem to make a care for the world.
What do you think, Alex?
I'm not sure if these things are worth a magical weapon.
Men of their personalities.
A personality is like energetic, bashful, lazy. I think I like the energetic one.
Which one's the cutest?
I don't know which one's the cutest.
So that question seems like a trap.
Probably the sleepy one's probably the cutest.
I'll buy the sleepy one.
Okay.
The way you said that, I don't like the way you just said that. Like, okay, on your head, so be it. Like, wait a minute.
You chose the new demon lord. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you. No.
It can only be one.
You have one very lazy, sleepy fennec fox now.
I even keep forgetting I have the fucking bird.
You do.
True.
I mean,
I have
granted,
a chipmunk, but I never have a chance to bring him out. Because we're always like rushing straight into battle, and I don't want him to die.
But I mean, here's the thing. That well, I guess yours is a proper familiar as well, right?
No, it's just a chipmunk.
No,
It will
chipmunk.
die.
Okay, so yours is just an actual animal. See, if mine dies, I can just bring it. I just can bring it back. Yours, if it's dead, it's just straight up dead. That's a little different. Just a little different, to be fair.
I'm gonna buy a side satchel to put my fennec fox in since he's sleepy and lazy.
Get like a papoose.
I'd just say it'd just be a gold then for the side satchel.
What you want to do is you want to use magic to make it like supersize and then turn it into a battle fennec. I just really want to see a fennec fox just like rip someone's arm off, because that would be funny.
So gruesome.
So guess what, Alex?
So
Gref said he'd meet us here.
he always uses help.
I got a letter, at least asking.
Oh yeah, this is
I'm asking
Griff
if
Early.
You did?
Yeah, he was at the fighting pits. I thought it was
Oh.
actually fighting pits, but they were animal fighting pits.
Well,
He might
let's
have a
go
rooster.
see if we can find him.
Okay. He may be there, or he might be at the brothel. Who knows?
I'll go to the fighting pits to see if Gref's still there.
He's not at the fighting pits.
At the brothel.
You just see a whole bunch of animals that are essentially being used. Dog fighting.
This is horrible.
It is. Why do you think I left? I thought it was people fighting, not animals.
The animals do get healed immediately back up after the fights are done.
At least that's there.
Oh no, they get healed to do more of this instead of just having a peaceful death.
That's not a peaceful death.
They could have a peaceful death if they died with honor.
I don't think that animals perform like gladiatorial coup de grace like people do.
You say chicken with his wings up. And then he goes to the chicken, and he's like, he's like, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah, see, I don't think they do that.
Sounds like
Although I would like to see a rooster huck a sword at like the box where all the people are sitting.
Yeah.
I'll go check out the bar then. See if
Yeah.
Gref's there. Bar first. I don't think Fee knows where the brothel is.
Neither do I. But I will ask for your sake. Do we see him at the bar?
He's not at the bar, nor if you go check. He's not at the brothels either. He's actually at the local sort of at a local blacksmith who's not quite, doesn't have a very big, what's the word I'm looking for?
Story.
Not a big time blacksmith. Like a street vendor blacksmith, practically.
Okay.
He's currently just having like his armor, picking up some armor that's splint mail, and having his shield kind of maintained and worked on a little bit.
Hey, Griff.
Oh, hi. You guys finally got here, huh?
Oh, I saw you earlier.
Been
You was
here.
at the fight pit.
Yeah, I've been here 2 weeks. No word.
We were traveling through the desert.
I didn't know this. I thought that you guys just hop over here to the teleporter, but I guess that's not the case. That's funny, right? I've been bored here.
My hand on his shoulder.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
fine.
I bought a fox.
That's fine.
I'm gonna pick up my fennec fox and show it to him.
That's cute.
Right? It's sleepy, isn't it? I picked wisely.
Oh, as you pick. What do you guys got up? What's the deal? Is it another dragon? You want to wrestle a dragon? Tell me I want to
we
wrestle a
haven't-
dragon.
Well, there's a dragon here, but we're going to check out the ruins first, and then we're going to check out the caravan. Then we go to the dragon.
As you mentioned that you're not going through the dragon yet, he's like his excitement just kind of fades into his like, oh, okay.
Oh, we will go to the dragon eventually.
Okay.
We heard it's an even stronger dragon than last time.
Oh,
His interest is somewhat peaked at this point.
Plus, we're gonna go explore some newly found ancient ruins that could hold who knows what kind of dark secrets and powers. I'm trying to hype him up for the ruins.
Hype them up.
They could hold treasures from a time long forgotten, or an ancient beast could dwell inside there that you could punch.
Is it a big beast?
We don't know. It could be anything. There could be a dragon down there.
it could be 2 dragons down there.
He just squints at the two of you. I'm not sure if you're trying to fool me or
Look, we're just trying to take care
We're
of
just
the
trying to like
situation.
hype it up. We don't know. It's a mystery. It could be anything.
It could be a secret about the dragon. Who knows? That's why we're checking it out first.
okay.
And that's where he gets a dragon bane brass knuckles. Come on,
It'd be a dragon's bane shield. Okay,
Dragon bane
that's his
shield.
brass knuckles. Is the shield.
Okay. That's the weird thing about 5th edition. There's no monk robes, no natural armor amulet.
Oh wow, yeah. There's no good magic items in 5e.
That's why I hope the next book is. They're supposed to be coming out another like armory book. I'm hoping it's good.
I mean, it's not going to do anything crazy. I mean, they squished everything. You can't do anything crazy with how squished the stat lines are for 5e. You just
I know.
it's I mean, it's so easy to break it with the base game as is. They might do flavorful stuff. I don't think we're going to see anything super strong though.
Like, I get why you can't have a 19 static dex thing because no class would not use it. It would break druid, obviously.
It'd break a couple classes, but
Dex is too good of a universal thing to have.
Yeah, especially in this system. And I get like I didn't get it at first, and when I read someone review about it, I was like, you know what, you're right. It does make sense because so many classes.
Yeah. It benefits all the classes to a degree, as in it's just your average bonus for your initiative. It's your bonus to your AC. It's just
But what they should do is they should put some, like the dwarven thrower, right? Has that you have to be a dwarf to attune to it. They could just easily do something where you can only use this if you're
Like if
X
you're a
class.
wizard or if you're like a elf or a rogue.
Yeah, like I think putting class restrictions on them would be better than whatever. But they'll never, because it's just even the stat lines are just too squished for them to put a ton of magic items in.
Yeah.
But they already put that one big limit of only 3 attunements.
Yeah, but there are plenty of magic items. I say plenty. There are a couple of fairly strong items that don't require attunement, and yet they still have fairly strong effects. Stuff like that.
That one requires attunement.
Well, maybe not some sort, but there are a couple of items. And like I say, a couple. There's actually a fair amount of items that don't require attunement.
Well, all the like +3 or plus yada yada weapons and armors, they don't require attunements.
Yeah.
They just have them, you get the bonus.
Yeah.
It's fine. But anyway, back to on course. We think we got Griff on set about the thing, so we're gonna head to the tombs, I guess, the next day, or the day if it's a new day.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
All right.
Maybe we might find a mummy.
I find a mummy.
I don't know about me and mummies.
All right, I'm sold.
To play by post.
When do we go? just looking at you guys.
Okay. We heard that we have to figure out where it is.
Yeah.
So we went to the capital here. So I guess we head to the office that offer jobs to check out the thing and be like, hey, where's this thing at? We can check it out. Home slice. Maybe I get my sun sword if I could be a Jedi.
Sun what?
Sun sword.
I feel like you're having high hopes for that one.
Oh yeah, it's only a rare, sir.
I feel like you're having high hopes for that one.
I know, give it to me. I want to be a Jedi.
I feel like
I want to fight a Death Knight and walk up to him and just turn back and you just see like the cut of like my mid part of my body and just the sun sword just makes a sword of a Jedi. And then then he has an anti-sun sword. And then you hear the Duels of the Fate from episode 1.
It's like how the Star Wars kid thought he was going to be seen versus how he was actually seen. It's like the difference.
Yeah. It's so cool in his head, but he looks like a dork swinging around.
Pretty
eventually,
much.
The end game sword for me is a paladin sword, obviously. But I know I'm not going to get that to like level like high teens or something silly like that.
that's a legendary weapon right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. FYI, if he actually ran the what was it? The Hell Rebel, the Wrath of the Vengeance, you actually get a paladin sword in the first book, which is hilarious.
Wrath of the what?
Wrath of the Righteous.
Is it a 5e thing?
That's a Pathfinder module I was going to 5e. But it shows up in the first book because, it's a crusade type of deal. So it's like, hey, Paladin, here's your Paladin sword. You're like, wait, what? This legendary item's right here? I'm only level 3?
Yeah, that does seem a little strong.
But remember, also, we're playing with mythic rules, so,
Fair enough.
It's one of those things of like, man, you're going to need it because the stuff you're going to fight is going to be over the top.
All right, hold on one moment. Be right back.
There's a dagger in Pathfinder that, like, you can throw it and it comes back to you. I can't remember what it's called.
I know what you're talking about.
But I want to play a knife master with like a couple of them because one of the, knife master is just, you're just automatically proficient with throwing daggers. So just sit there and just
and also you do D8 damage with them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, exactly. You do D8 with them.
It's cool and funny at the same time.
I was in my next Pathfinder. I think I'm going to play a knife master, that or a vivisectionist, because vivisectionists are hilarious and.
Well, the main reason I want to do 5e with the Crusader campaign because I believe 5e is just faster in combat in general.
Well, here's the thing, though, is you can do, for example, so there's some great Jim from WebDM. He ran a campaign in his custom universe called Land Between Two Rivers, and I can't remember who made them, but there are some skirmish rules, essentially, that for, say, like combat, if you want to do like players versus a horde, right? It's essentially you have fast actions and then you have full actions. So fast action would be like, oh, I stab a guy or I run, and like that's it. Versus like a full action would be like, okay, I want to move and then cast a spell, I want to move and then attack, whatever. And essentially the way it works is you break it down. It's
Don't forget about grappling and
well, yeah, exactly, like grappling as well. But what it does is it literally facilitates, and you can put it in anything, but it facilitates like fast action. It'd be like player fast actions, and then like mob fast actions, and then player full actions, and then mob full actions. But it just essentially just breaks everything down. Because like for example, if there's a mob or there's just a bunch of dudes that are like, I don't know, let's just say dudes with pitchforks or basic bitch soldiers, like guys that this isn't like level 1 combat. This is like later on where you need to have a large combat, but you don't want it to take forever. But these are obviously guys that if the players get one good hit on, they're going to kill them anyway. So essentially, if the players roll to attack, if they hit them and they do whatever threshold of damage, they just kill them. Like you don't sit there and be like, oh, well, this guy has 20 hit points, you did 19. It's like, okay, if you do over, let's say, 12 hit points, that guy's just dead. Like, because he might not die immediately, but he's probably going to bleed out, right? If you do enough damage to like do 3/4 of someone's health, right? They're probably they've lost a leg or whatever. They're gonna, so they just count them out. But it's a system that I'd have to find the actual link that he used for those. But it worked really, really well because their entire thing was theater of the mind, for example. So even with initiative, they could still do where either players go first or mobs go first, depending on whatever. But it really sped up a lot of that shit. But like a boss fight, they would do normal combat rules versus with just like you're just fighting. Oh, you've been ambushed by bandits. Let's just do the skirmish combat thing. So just burn through it real quick. I mean, you'd still use your if you cast a spell, you still use your spell slot, whatever. But it really got things moving. So you're not spending 3 hours in doing one fight.
Well, my other option is I might do a play-by-post of Wrath of Righteous, and then like after a few weeks go in, I might just do a stream of like a quick review of what happened on week 1, kind of thing. See if anybody will be interested in that, because it's the Wrath of Righteous. You get like NPCs that come on with missions on you, and they give you certain bonuses if you unlock. So it could be easy to be an 8-man campaign. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like be like just be active. Like the active day would probably be on a Saturday. Like throughout the day on Saturday is the big stuff, and then like throughout the weekend we'll be taking care of the you get this, and this during the weekday. And, you're trying to work towards this. You want to do this side mission over here, kind of thing. Because there's a lot of areas that have like sandbox area. You can do this and this, and just split between the groups and let them do their thing. You know what I mean?
Let's see, I'm trying to find these.
Anyway,
skirmish rules.
Do we get to talk to the people in charge about going to the ruins?
Yes. Essentially, it's at the it's the magister's office. There's this little dwarven man, probably about on the shorter side of it, so around, I want to say 3 feet for a gnome. I want to say that's the shorter side, but I could be wrong.
For a gnome? I mean, that's pretty tall for a gnome, isn't it?
It's I don't remember.
I mean, like
halflings are like around 2.5 feet tall. Gnomes, I think, around.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess gnomes are 3 to 3.5 feet. I always thought gnomes were shorter than halflings.
Halflings are
halflings are short. It's essentially the short races from the PHB. It's halflings, gnomes, and then dwarves.
Interesting. I always thought halflings were always taller.
Those are just cartoon characters in the world.
Yep.
Oh, I guess, yeah. I mean, gnomes aren't much bigger, but okay. I always thought gnomes were.
They usually are thicker.
Well, gnomes are like baby dwarves. I mean, they're not as thick, but.
Anywho, we could go to the top of the guy and be like, "Hey, we want to check out the ruins."
Yes. Finally, someone came in for that. Now,
Yeah, we were here originally for the dragon, but we wanted to check out the ruins first.
essentially, we found these ruins not too long ago, probably around, I want to say 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, nothing coming out of it weird. Nothing cursed upon the land kind of thing. No undead rising. No weird creature from a different plane of existence.
None that we've seen. We haven't really. We tend to reserve the tomb raiding to the adventurers such as yourself. Less liable for injuries in that case.
Fair enough.
And obviously, not many of us are prepared for whatever lies underneath. It could be nothing, it could be undead everywhere.
Oh, could be.
It could be two dragons.
Could be two dragons.
Highly doubtful.
Wink towards our friend back there. He probably came with us.
Oh yeah, no, I've regrouped you at this point. I just showed up at some point.
No, I'm talking about the other one, the one missing an ear. Gref.
Oh, no.
We assume you're Dare Atomic.
He's not missing it, he's just lost a part of it.
Part of it's missing.
Yes.
You hear that? It's not unlikely, but it could be.
It's doubtful that there's could be any sort of.
See? Doubtful. We were moving up in the world.
I see we have high hopes to fight a dragon.
Study it to see if it's friendly or not.
Already fought. Is it one? Is it two dragon? Yes.
We've
Already
already fought
two.
one dragon.
And then that other thing that was kind of dragon adjacent, I would say.
The
Yeah.
chimera.
There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, it was 1/4 for dragon.
It was half. It was demon. Right? No, I don't want to. Look, things they blur together.
Well, in any case, this area, I doubt there's any dragons. So there hasn't been any sort of sign of forced entry or dug into. Essentially, we think it's just another crypt of a long ago time.
Really long time ago, back in '95.
There's quite a few of those around here. Some, the building above them have been long destroyed and covered over with sand. There's still few that do remain of large pyramids in the deeper parts of the desert that no one really tends to go to. It's very superstitious people around here. Claims to have heard noises coming from them in the long past. But yes, what we would like for you to do is to go search the ruins and essentially make sure it's cleared out, and we can send other people to go down and investigate it more. If you can find anything of like old artifacts or anything, we would gladly take them off your hands for gold. They tend to keep old history of the lands that was once inhabited by others here.
This is fair. Okay.
And when the job is done, we'll give you, how does 50 gold pieces each sound?
50 gold pieces plus compensation if you find extra stuff.
Indeed.
Look back to my companions. Seem fair to me. Oh yeah, can you
Sure.
add in medical expenses to that?
No.
Could never find a good plan with dental.
Do we get to keep what we find?
I will. You can keep whatever you find. We would also compensate you for it if you wish to give it to us.
Yeah, it seems good. Seems well enough.
Okay. Plus 25 sensor. Here I come.
You have high hopes for that sun sword, don't you?
Pondo, at least I don't want a fire sword.
Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable.
I thought fire sword and sun sword was the same rating.
I thought the sun sword was a very rare. All right, let's see. Flame blade.
Oh, flame blade. That's what I call them.
I don't know what it's called. I'll find it. Huh? Yes, flame blade's a spell. Is it just called flame sword?
What, the spell?
No, the magical item.
Flame tongue.
Oh, that's it. That one I know is at least rare.
Requires attunement. This one does 2d6 damage to whatever it hits. While Sun Sword there's a +2 weapon. This has an extra d8 if it's a undead.
Yeah.
Also can be used as a finesse.
Anyway. The only thing that they'll do for you is give you enough supplies for the trip there and back. Not too many days in between, so free supplies. Nothing too bad. Are there any other questions or concerns?
Not that I can think of.
I think that's it. Let's Pondo know what I really want. I want that freaking hammer of wordiness. Wherever it might be in this realm.
Okay. Is there anything else that you guys want to do before you exit town to head towards the tomb?
That's not really. I'll actually probably grab me a dungeoneering kit specifically and probably pick up some extra spikes and stuff.
I'll see if they have a magic item shop.
That's not a bad idea. Hit up the magic item shop.
Magic item shop. I mean, there's the... Okay. There is a magic item shop. The prices do vary from what you see from the things you can get from the guild, but there's also other things you can't quite get from the guild that you can get here.
What is it? What are there? What do they got for sale?
There is some +2 weapons that you can purchase, but they're fairly expensive in comparison. There is a couple of more stronger scrolls, like a Revivify scroll, Fireball scroll.
Ooh.
Essentially some 3rd level scrolls is another thing. some potions of greater healing and superior healing.
So the sword.
There's no sun sword.
There is one, but it's like 5K beyond your price range. They keep it in the back.
I mean,
Definitely.
the jerk move would be to make it 1 gold more than your price range.
Yeah.
I would, the price is right you, essentially. There is some particular set of daggers that are in like a display box that are labeled essentially in order: Flamebane dagger, Frostbane dagger, Lightning Bane dagger, and what's the third thing I'm thinking of? I can't name the fourth one. It's not a dagger. Essentially, these daggers are, their damage, instead of being slashing damage, it's replaced with their respective element. Like Flamebane is fire, Frostbane is cold, Lightning Bane is, well, lightning.
How much for those?
They're about 50 gold each.
I will go for the fire one.
Okay. That'll be 50 gold.
And you know what? I'll pick up the ice one too. Unless y'all want to buy one.
What were the other ones?
Frostbane.
No, the ones that he hasn't bought.
Yes, the
Oh,
Frostbane.
he just bought the ice one.
No, you bought the. Did you buy the flame one or the ice
He
one?
bought both.
Oh, you bought both?
Yep.
Then it'd be the Lightning Bane, and then the last one is like the. Oh, last one's the Thunder Bane. That's that. Yeah.
Did you want to buy any, Volcar?
The daggers? No.
I'll buy the lightning one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the same macro though, just to save space on my thing.
Okay. Anything else do you'd like to look at?
No. Well. No. We couldn't afford ring of protection anyway. So I'm pretty sure we couldn't anyway.
Let me see. Isn't the ring of protection in your
The document.
the stuff you can buy from the guild? You can get a cloak of protection.
Yeah.
400 gold.
400?
Yeah, from the guild you can get it for 400 gold. Cloak of protection.
Is the same thing as your ring of protection?
I believe so.
+1 to AC and saving throws.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Okay.
It's like the cloak of protection, ring of protection, and the orb of protection. They're like all the same thing.
If only you could just get all three. That would be hilarious. I don't. No, there's nothing I want or anything I could think of. It's well out of our price range. I'm pretty sure. So
At the moment, yes.
yeah. As much as I would like some gauntlets of ogre strength, yeah. My point exactly.
Those are good gauntlets.
They are indeed good gauntlets. They're also expensive as fuck.
All right.
Hey, you never know. You might find some in the dungeon.
True.
Then you have to fight me for it. Probably not. I'm good.
I'm saying I don't know if you need as much as he does.
Well, yeah, you don't really use your deck space, so
I
could do
take
you
the
a lot of
gloves.
good.
I become a punching bird.
This is true. We're looking
yeah.
for the Flackership of Constitution if I heard. Yeah, trigger Constitution to a 19.
Can't tell. I think there's fireworks going off outside. This is what I'm hoping.
Well, we're doing the thing. We grabbed the magic items that we wanted and dipping out now.
Okay.
You graph by anything?
Huh? No, he's fairly broken. He's got what he wants.
Fair.
He just invested in some fancy dancy armor and fixed up shield.
I was gonna get the fire one, and I was like, wait a minute, if I get the ice, I could be the tail of fire and ice.
I'll offer Gref a ride on my wagon.
I don't think he accepts. It'd probably make him look soft.
He summoned my steed from the underworld.
Does he say that?
Yes.
I guess Fee walks by her wagon.
She's dying from the exercise.
She just doesn't like
Sure, should be okay.
I'm riding my demon horse through the desert. Arabian night.
Okay. The desert's what you're told is located. The ruins is located in the middle of the desert, in between Aptaka and Samazi. Essentially, the desert is what you expect from a desert. Bunch of rolling sand hills, hot, dry.
Gets everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Coarse, grainy.
Yeah. Okay, somebody was
Gets
gonna do it.
everywhere.
I figured I might as well just go ahead and
Yeah.
fucking get it over with.
I hate the desert, or I hate the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get to where you're told the ruins are, there's nothing really above ground that you can see other than there's a slight stairway down that's kind of encased by stone. Sandstone, so to speak. And it leads down underneath all the rest of the sand, the ground that you can call it. Etched onto one of the stones there, you can see images of like an eye and shoot, where's my notes?
Like the letter I or like
An eyeball.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah,
a drawn eye, not like a realistic one, but
like hieroglyphic style.
hieroglyphics eye. Yes.
Okay.
Eyeball and a crown. Well, what you can surmise is a crown that's a very round,
Yeah, I got you.
roundish headpiece, I should say. All the other images have been kind of scuffed away or scratched off through the edges and the time of being out in the open.
Yeah.
The stairs seem to go down quite a ways to a point where you can't really see quite from where up top.
All right.
The best you can guess, it probably goes down 100 feet or so.
Got you.
I offered to scout ahead. As I sneak my... Well, you know what? I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace and then sneak my way down.
Okay. I think Gref will take the lead for you guys. Totally not because he's an expendable NPC, but because he believes to be the toughest and the biggest meat shield among you.
Whoa, let's not get too crazy. Technically, the biggest shield on here would probably be Velcrick. Volcrick.
Yeah. Well, see, Griff is probably the biggest and the meatiest, but see, I fight with technique and knowledge. It's
Like, I know
it's like being big and thick versus, you know, fast and agile, right? Like it's just and then I'm somewhere in the middle. I combine the arcane and the martial finesse. So.
Sure. Anyway, do I see anything as I scout ahead?
As you're making your way down the ruins, it's becomes darker and darker as you step away from the moonlight. Obviously, all of you except for Gref have night vision. So eventually, as Gref stops being able to see, he essentially slips on one of the stairs and goes tumbling all the way down them.
Nice.
Are you alright?
I thought he was going to turn on a torch.
I'm good. Don't worry, the armor broke my fall.
Oh, can you not see right now?
But he's still in the armor, though, is the thing. The armor broke my fall.
Did you need some light?
Yeah.
I'll cast light on something.
On a torch, ironically.
Or you can just put it on a shield.
I don't have any
Well, not a
torches.
shield, but
He put it on his shield so he can blind himself while using it.
no, you put it on the other side.
I always imagine it engulfed the entire item, not just one side of it.
I don't know if it makes the whole thing glow.
I don't
Like
remember.
it like a something like an outline. Because that would suck. That would be like horrible. Because then you just like better off using a torch. Bright light in a 20-foot radius.
I don't think it states.
In my head, we could just cast on a coin, stick it into the shield.
I'll cast it on a dagger and hand it to Griff.
There you go.
That works. I mean,
I was trying to see if it had like a stick or something. But I have a dagger.
there's probably a torch that someone has, like Ref.
Why didn't he light it? Why didn't you light your torch?
Oh, Alexander walk into
Didn't
the
do that
darkness.
yet?
You saw
Why didn't you do
Alexander
it if you
walk in the
couldn't
darkness,
see?
and then he follows.
Because I was able to see and then suddenly not. And then when I was not able to see, I slipped and fell down.
You should have stopped if you couldn't see.
See me keep going.
That would show
This
weakness.
conversation going.
I guess it is the whole object.
Yeah, it's from what it sounds like, it's the whole object,
Yeah.
which is mighty unfortunate.
But here's something I would like to know. If you took a snowball and you cast light on the snowball and then you huck it into a room and it hits the floor and goes everywhere, do you now just have you now lit up the whole
My guess
room?
the spell would end when the snowball gets destroyed.
Hey, question, Jim. Can I buy something retroactively?
Sure. What is it?
These tools. If I can
Are you
save the
proficient
traps.
in thieves' tools?
Nope. I'll just add my decks.
Okay.
It's better than nothing.
Fair enough. He's +4. What was the other thing I was thinking of? Okay. When you make it to the bottom of the stairway, there's essentially this room that's been made kind of several portraits on the three walls, one being on the left, second one being directly in front of the entrance way, and then the last one being on the right wall. The first wall has the depictions of what seems to be a kingdom being commenced of people on top of pyramids, lounging around, watching over the others that are doing the labor, such as farming, construction, essentially lower class dealings. The picture in the middle moves to depict the same people that were on top of the pyramids, kneeling and bowing down to two other beings that are floating above them, but their faces have been scratched or rubbed off, essentially. Behind them, it's like the sun is shooting out in multiple directions. Kind of like sun rays, essentially, is what you depict it as. Then on the far right wall, the last one depicts essentially the peasants rushing atop the pyramids to killing the overseers there. As the pictures of the two beings, again, the faces being rubbed off, seem to be fading as the sun goes away, as the sun sets.
I sketched this down real quick.
There are 3 doors there's 2 doors in this room, one directly to the left and one directly to the right. The room you're in is about I'd say 20 by 20 foot room.
Any doors?
Yes, there's a door on your left and there's a door to your right that you can see at the moment.
Should we pick one first to go through? Guys?
I don't know.
I do perception checks on the doors.
There are doors.
Do the doors look any different
Do the doors what?
from each other?
The doors seem relatively the same. I mean, they're made with the same thought behind as to what they look. They're slightly different because they appear to be handmade rather than kind of kind of stamped together almost.
Well, I pull out my rapier since I don't notice anything on the door. Let me roll my perception check real quick. And if I don't notice anything with that perception check, I poke it with my sword. Make sure it's not trapped.
Does not appear to be trapped on your side. You can't see any sort of traps or any signs that could seem like it could be trapped on the other side.
I open said door.
With your rapier?
Or with my hand.
Oh, okay. What were you using with your rapier?
Like to poke it like, hey, it might be trapped. It's poke. Explosion. Ah!
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? Like when you like check to see, make sure something doesn't instantly like trigger.
Yep. Okay.
I make sure my party's away when I'm poking it. And now I open the door with my party away just in case this blows in my face.
Nothing happens when you open the door. It just kind of leads to a hallway that goes about 10 feet before immediately turning to the right.
Okay. I go to other said door and poke it.
Nothing happens.
Open said door.
I need you to make me a deck save.
I knew it.
Essentially what happens after you open the door, there's suddenly a large harpoon shot at you You managed to able to step slightly to the side as it zooms straight past you into the other side, into the hallway that you just opened up to.
Could be worse.
I knew it as I continued to open up the door.
And this hallway is again a 10-foot hallway, but this time it turns directly to the left instead of the right.
I think we should go down this one since it was trapped and there's something probably of note down this way.
So me or well,
Oh yeah, I would like to cast a spell on me, Fee, and I look at Valdric, Var,
Var.
Volcar.
Vokar. There we go.
you'll get there. Don't worry.
Like have a card like you never get hit, so it's fine. As I hit our other companion with the aid spell, giving us a increase in our max HP to 5. Because I can only hit 3, unfortunately.
It's fine.
Since I realize it's that type of party down here. Like for me, it's not concentration. So I should have my stealth thing still up as I stealth down the hallway and look around the corner.
Which hallway did you go down again? Was it the one that
the trapped one?
Okay. When you turn the corner, it's just essentially another hallway. It's just a continuation of the pathway to about 15 feet this time, that leads to a door. This time the door is a little bit different. It looks to be more of a door that can slide to the side from where you're at.
Okay, you see me poke the walls and stuff as I go to see if there's any more traps. Try to get an advantage of.
Luckily for you, there's no more traps.
Okay, poke the door with the rapier. I remember I forgot to buy something, a 10-foot pole for next time.
I mean, I have a glaive.
It's so fancy.
Well, I'm also an Eldritch Knight, so it's not like it's gonna be destroyed.
Okay,
I mean, it's at this point, Graf is just going to be the mediator and just charge directly through the door.
Yes.
Okay, it's like, hey, pass me this glaive, and he just charged through the door. I'm like, well, damn, Glaf.
Actually, I don't think I could, because if it gets more than 5 feet away from me, it despawns.
Yep.
Oh, that's fair.
I would have to be the one to use it.
Essentially, this very extremely old door practically evaporates for the full speed of a man that weighs probably around 300 pounds with the armor on.
I kind of shrug and I follow.
He immediately falls into a pit trap. Luckily, well, let's see here.
God, you miss it. Graf juggered out the door and fell into a pit trap.
Luckily, his armor mostly breaks most of the spears that are at the bottom of it.
And that's one hell of a gambeson he's wearing under that armor.
Are you
Well, it's
alright?
Split Man. I'm good.
Gravity still works.
I want to try to offer him help out of the pit trap.
He can get himself out.
He is a big man. He will be
We
okay.
nimbly walk past the pit trap and see what's in the room.
Yeah. This room is definitely not decorated at all. It appears this room was more of a storage area for old clothing. It seems to be a lot of silks and old kind of canvas. Cloth, I should say.
Oh, interesting.
Definitely appears to be more of the finer clothing. Currently, there are 2 different pathways to this one. There's one to the direct front of your door, the door that you just came through. And then there's another one that leads to the left.
Okay. I poke the door to the left. And I offer Gref to jerking out the door if he choose fit.
He gives you a look like, are you sure you really want me to?
It's up to you, May. You're a grown man.
He'll bust through this door. This time, a different situation happens. Several pots of oil land on top of him, but yet nothing ignites them at the very least. He's currently covered in oil.
The question is, anybody has prestidigitation?
I don't know if I actually picked up prestige.
You clean them up easily.
Actually, I do have prestige. Yeah, I can prestige that oil away. You seem to have made a mess.
You can press this the oil on the ground too, please, just in case.
It's all right. It's all right.
Magic make everything easier. I say, lead the way, my bovine friend.
Bovine. I'm not a cow, man.
You, the other one, the one that's a bowl in the china closet.
Well, you did just tell him to charge through the door again, so that's kind of on both of you.
I didn't do it. Did yes.
To be fair, it was he asked me, and I immediately wanted to accept.
Well, you wanted to. That's on you, really. To be fair.
This room is again not, the walls aren't really anything too fancy. They're just plain direct walls, no paintings or anything. But the rooms currently seems to just hold a lot of old, very fancy rugs with like tassels on the each corner of the rug.
Gotcha.
Varying
Poke the,
designs.
Rugs very gently to see if it will turn to dust when I touch it.
It does not.
Oh, okay. This is actually salvageable.
Can I check around the room for anything interesting? Catches my eye.
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Yeah.
Let's try it. 21.
There appears to be you tap one wall that's directly to the left of where you just came in from. And it sounds a little bit different than the others. Like it's not as solid directly behind it. It's more hollow. Though you can't really find any sort of key mechanism or trick to maybe see if it's a false wall, so to speak.
Hey guys, the cavity behind this wall is empty.
I pull out my battering ram.
Can we just push on the wall to see if it gives first?
Okay.
It's not just battery ramp, man. I mean, we don't know what's down here. We should probably be a little stealthier.
I put the battering ram away. Sorry.
As you make
Pondo.
that suggestion, Gref is immediately about to start punching the wall, but he stops just slightly right before doing it.
What the hell is wrong with you? It's a door. Like, just relax. Did the door insult your mother? I'm just not.
To be fair, he was pent up in the city for 2 weeks as we traveled.
Yes, I was
he has
very
not
bored.
he has not been able to cry to a prostitute.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's not kind to make fun of him for that.
No,
I
he's
didn't say
right.
I'm making fun of him. I'm just stating a fact. That's his coping mechanism. That's understandable. But
No,
he
he's
hasn't been able
correct.
to do it. He hasn't been able to do it.
Got
I
me
too
there.
find prostitutes. I'm not judging.
He's got me there.
Look, it was not meant as insult. I was just stating a fact.
He has a lot of pent up frustrations.
Look, I'm just here as muscle at the moment. All right, this whole big brain energy is not my deal.
Look, we will find you something you can tackle to the ground. Okay, I'm sure.
Absolutely, I'll wait
Okay,
impatiently, but I'll wait.
We'll impatiently wait to roll grapple check after grapple check after grapple check. Got it.
Okay, we try to work Jimmy the Wall Irvin and try to find the thing.
I mean, I just want to see if, like, you know, if you push on it, if it gives way first, before we start trying to punch holes and stuff.
It does not have any sort of give to it, even
Okay.
despite getting graph over there. It
All right.
seems solidly up there. It just definitely does feel like it's, or sounds like it's something might be on the other side as compared to everything else. It's very
It could be just, it could straight up just be like blocked, or like not blocked, but like a bar on the other side or something.
like another
It's like,
room.
you know, it's like
essentially.
it's like a Skyrim dungeon. You know, there's always like a door by the entrance, but it's just
Yep.
barred, so you can't. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Well, if we push on it, nothing happens. I mean, we can go around, or after you, I guess.
Okay, let's go around real quick before we won't.
Well,
You might, you never
don't
know.
don't know
We
how
go-
far, but
We go back the other way to see if there's a other way around. If not, we will come back here and I got the battling around.
Everybody can make me investigation checks if you'd like. As I'm-
yeah, I can do
That
this.
thing I'm proficient
for a
with, but
different
has
room.
no challenge.
That thing I'm not proficient with.
Ooh, 10.
13. Terrible.
Oh.
Because
That's why I gotta get me a headband of intelligence, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know, if you did have that headband, you'd roll worse.
Here.
You know what?
That's
You're
how
not
that
wrong.
works. That's how that works.
Oh, we all have a +3. And we all didn't get above a 13.
Well, I'm not proficient either. It's just I just have +3
I
intelligence.
am.
I'm also not proficient.
I am. I just have a 10 intelligence. Can I give my proficiency to someone else? You're kidding.
You
Do I
can all of you are not very able to find much. Volcar can definitely feel like a seam where it seems like the wall can move out
Here's
of the
a
way.
question. Hold up. What's this wall made of?
Stone, probably.
I should have asked this question earlier. But yeah, what's this wall made out of? Or this door, rather.
It's ultra secret door.
Or
Say
door
again?
and door. What is the wall / door and floor made of?
It's all sandstone.
It's all sandstone. Can I just make a 5-foot hole in it with mold earth? It says dirt or stone that you can see within range and fits within a 5-foot cube. Wait, well, does it have to be a? Well, it says loose earth. I guess that wouldn't work. Yeah.
This brings back the question: does sand count as earth? I guess it would technically.
Oh, there's the description for what it's worth. It's just an idea, because it says loose earth, but it says if the dirt or stone you target.
If you target an area less, you can instantly excavate it, move it along the ground, and deposit it up to 5 feet away.
It seems like it's your call. I mean, I don't want to circumvent your dungeon.
I would say it will work. It would just take a little bit longer due to the different nature of it.
Oh, I know more can affect stones. See, the more you know, man.
I was just gonna ask. I mean,
Because sandstone's a little bit different.
yeah,
Typically?
yeah, well, yeah. Sandstone's pretty. I mean, it's one of those weird things of. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with sandstone. I mean,
It's
he's gonna battering ram him either way, probably.
yeah, it's essentially you can do it. It'll just take a little bit more time because it's a different material than you're used to, and its properties are different as well.
That's fine. I mean, or we can let him try and battering ram it. Either way.
Let's try your thing first.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and mold earth up.
That's what I'm saying. It'll work. It'll just take it just takes probably about
What?
a few minutes, 5-10 minutes at tops. But
I mean, that's fine. It's probably faster than going around, right? I mean, as long as I'm seeing results, I mean, I'll keep at it. I mean, it's because it's a cantrip, right? It's not. I'm not like burning spell slots, so sit there and like a little arcane pickaxe just shows up and just starts chipping. It's like a really shitty clippy. I see you're trying to move some sandstone. Do you like some help with that? I was like, go away. Yeah, no, I'll sit there and take some time and chip away at this door. I mean, nice, perfectly square hole.
As we're sitting around and waiting, can I look around the room for a button? Or was that what we were doing with our investigation?
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna hate it. She's gonna find a button that opens this door right as I get done.
Right as you figure it out that you can do it.
Right as I'm like one more cast and I would get through the door, which finds a but boop, and then this whole thing. I'm son of a bitch.
Yeah, you able to find like almost like a loose brick on the floor. It seems to be ever so slightly higher than the others.
Hey guys, back up! I found a stone. I'm gonna touch it.
I really hope
It's
you're doing
loose.
this.
I think it's like a trigger or something.
I really hope you're doing this as I start and not like 10 minutes later.
However long it took me to search the room.
Fair enough. I assume you start around the door and go out, though, right? I mean, I guess it could be on the other side of the room. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know how thick this door is. To be fair.
I say everybody watch out, and then I push the stone.
Fair enough.
Yep. Yeah, you press the button and the stone wall moves out, not towards you, but the other way. I should say moves in, and then starts sinking down into the floor. Within the room, there's currently 3 statues set up in a particular fashion. One statue is facing towards the exit, or well, the essentially entrance of the cave, and that's to your most forward, the closest one to you left. All right. Let me explain this better because this is a puzzle. And I haven't quite been able to put puzzle into perspective on Roll20. So 4 statues. There's 2 on each side. In this room that's about maybe 15 feet by 25. Okay. And that's going long ways that direction. 4 statues, 2 on each side. The front left, that's being closest to you, is facing towards the entrance. The back left is facing towards the left side. The one to your right, front right, is facing towards the back, as in the opposite end of the room where you're at. And lastly, the back right is facing towards the left side of the room. On the very back wall of the room, there's currently some text. Not really, some text as far as you can see. It's not really familiar to all of you. It's hard to discern what it could be from as comparison. The front left statue is facing towards the entrance, so it's facing you. The back left statue is facing the left wall. The front right statue is facing the wall opposite to you, and then the back right statue is facing the left wall.
So there's 4 statues or 3?
There's
I
4.
thought that was. Okay, now I'm confused.
The front right.
Well, you talked about 3 at first.
There's no. I thought I said 4, but there's 4 statues, 2 on each side.
Okay.
Okay, look at my little thing. Where do the other statues need to face?
The back left, faces the left.
Faces this way.
Yes. The back right faces also left. And then the front right faces towards the back wall.
Beautiful statues.
Yes. Grade A statues.
I go up to one
What does
to
the
left.
text on the back say?
So
You do not know. It's in a language that you're not sure about.
So my first 2 just spitballing amongst ourselves is either
Comprehend language.
I cast comprehend language on myself and look at the wall.
I can also do that.
I guess I have to touch the wall.
Yes. The wall essentially says that the north should always watch the south. The south should always look out the north. The west should always find the east, and the east should always look towards the west.
So these statues have any other discerning feature other than the direction they're pointing?
The statues themselves appear to be mostly human as far as form, but their heads appear to be that of like a dog.
It's like Anubis, kind of.
Kind of, yes. And holding a spear made of stone.
The question is, which way is north? Which way is south?
Well, you can always tell what direction north is because you're a ranger.
Oh, okay. Know which way north is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a
North
ranger
should face the
features.
south.
You
Should watch the
always know
south. The south should watch out for the north.
Okay, then I would point the north and south at each other, and then the east and the west at each other, if they turn that way.
Okay. So you're just doing it that way?
Yep.
Okay.
If I can figure out which one north is.
But yeah, that's what I was asking. It's like, is there some marking denoting which is a which?
There is no marking denoting. I mean, from what you can surmise, the front left would be the north one, and the back right is the south.
Okay. So put the north and south to look at each other, and the west and the east look towards each other as the poem directs.
Sure. Give it a shot.
When you move the last statue, you suddenly hear a click as all 4 of the statues sort of sink down about maybe a half a foot as the back wall starts to move inward towards you, then starts sinking down to the floor. Behind that is currently a a large tube that seems to be sealed, hanging upon the wall.
Tube or tube?
Tube. Like a canister almost.
Can I roll to see if I know what this is?
Give me a history.
Proficient in that.
Yeah, I was gonna do Arcana, but
What you can tell is that this seems to be a canister for a scroll. What kind of scroll you cannot really say for certain.
That's a scroll canister.
yes, it is.
I assume it's important if it's in a tomb behind two false walls.
Yes. I take my rapier and poke it.
You always have to poke things.
It's the rapier.
Are you
put
sure
something.
you want to poke it?
Yep, my
It's a
rapier.
scroll. Don't put your sword in the scroll, please.
Well, it's also
that's
in-
what
it's in a-
Fee will say as she's like
It's in a case.
pushing his
fine.
rapier down.
Okay, I stick my hand out and grab it.
You grab it and take it down. The outside is made of some material you're not quite familiar with. It feels somewhat metal in nature, but hard to distinguish because it seems to be colored blue.
I see this color very often.
Some
Especially that
as
sky.
some scratches and scuffs or spots where it seems the paint or whatever is on it seems to be worn down a little bit to reveal kind of like a gold finish underneath.
Gold?
Gold.
Oh, gold. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I open it. I wait for my party just in case it's a poison.
Yes, the scroll itself is poisoned.
Are you trying to open it?
Yep.
It does not easily open at all.
I look for some writing or pattern on there.
Yeah, let me try. Maybe you just don't have the right muscles and feeble flex.
Sure, as I have no retort to that.
Try to open it.
Nothing happens.
I'll look to see if there's anything written on it.
There is nothing written on it at the moment. At least from what you can see.
So it doesn't even like twist.
No.
Dang.
I look in the room that I got it from to see if there's anything else in it.
There's nothing else. It was just a small, narrow room that had a mount for it, essentially.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Oh, we can't do anything about this right now. We want to head back to the other room. See if we can get that one open.
All right. I'll put the canister in my bag for now.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Wall, that doesn't have like a... Actually, we look around for a button now. See if there's another secret button in here.
Which room?
The room that we didn't know. We stopped to see if there was another way around.
The room with the rugs?
Yeah.
There is no other button in the room with the rugs.
Check behind the rugs to see if there's any latches or stuff.
There is no latches or anything behind the rugs.
Was the rug room a dead end?
The rug room was a dead end.
I thought there was another thing that was behind it, though.
That's what we were just in.
Oh, we go back to the other side where the other secret...
That wall where you felt that was hollow was the room that you just...
There's only
Oh.
one secret wall.
Oh, okay, because I thought we went back the other way to check to see...
We went back the other way to look to see if we could get around. But I found a button in the other room. That led to this wall going down.
Okay. So there's no more secrets and weird stuff in here right now as of...
At the moment that you know of or can think of.
Okay. So you see me like just taking the battle ram out and just like kind of tapping the wall. Like, bump, bump, see if there's any hollow...
Isn't there a whole nother section that we haven't gone in yet?
You have not gone to the left side of the entrance, and there's still another door on the right side that you haven't gone through yet.
We should go to the door on the right side first then.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Check it out.
The right door opens up with no sort of trap activating this time. It leads to a set of stairs that appear to be going down deeper into the ground. This time you can see about maybe 20 feet down before it turns immediately left down. And from there, you're not quite sure where it goes.
Spooky.
Should we check out the other stuff on the phone before we go downward?
That's up to you guys.
I think we should clear this level before we go down into the void.
Yeah, I don't want something to come back around and bite us in the ass.
Alright.
Okay. Let's hold that off till next time because it's getting kind of late now.
Hey.
Yeah, it's good.
Everybody go ahead and take 400 experience for the night.
Yay.
400. So that should be 9,300, I believe. 93. Not, yeah, 93.
With that 400.
All right. Are we all good for next week?
Yeah, I got Bupkis so to do.
Okay.
So
Well, then, without further ado, we'll call it for the night and be back next week to continue exploring this ruins. I look forward to see how badly Gref gets beat up in this.
it's possibly go wrong. It's fine, don't worry.
He's fine.
All right. Yeah, it's fine.
This is fun. What's XP at? Because I got it all wrong.
It should be 93, 9,300 out of 14,000,
300 out of 14. Okay.
if my numbers are correct.
Yeah, boy.
Good stuff.
We'll hit level 6 soon enough.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be good.
You'll
Be
get
good.
there. By the time you get to Dragon, you'll probably definitely get there.
Oh yeah.
I'll have my charisma to my saves, baby. Yeah. And I'll know Giant by then. The dialect Yeti.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Gotta be for those Yeti rides, right?
Hashtag Yeti rates.
Hashtag Yeti rates.
Yep. All right. See you all next week.